This is a video on how to change the battery in your smoke alarm. Every house should be fitted with one within 1.5 meters of each of the bedrooms. To change the battery in your alarm, simply flick the lever, the hatch will open up and there's the battery. Remove it from the cradle and disconnect the cables. Use daylight savings as a good reminder of when you need to change your battery. This one is fitted with an anti-tamper lever. This is so you cannot close the hatch without there being a battery installed. Take your new battery, connect it back onto the positive and negative terminals, and reinstall it. Make sure that you put the anti-tamper lever down as you do it. Then close the lid on it, and always remember to test your alarm when you're finished. The correct location when installing your smoke alarm is within 1.5 meters of each of the bedrooms in your home. It is recommended that your battery be changed once a year. Use daylight savings as a reminder of when to do this. You should frequently check your fire extinguisher. Check the gauge on the front of the fire extinguisher. Make sure your needle is in the green, like so. There's an expiry date on the neck of the fire extinguisher, so as you know how old it is. Check to make sure the handle is in good moving order and the pin is nice and loose and not seized. Turn your fire extinguisher upside down and give it a shake to make sure the powder is loose inside. Twice a year you should check this and store it in a dry place. This is the basic use of your fire extinguisher. This has a release pin on the side. It's got a tamper tie on it, so you'll have to pull it fairly hard to release it. Once it's released, but we're going to put the pin back in for safety because this is just a demonstration video. Push the trigger, point at the fire, and away it will go, sweeping at the bottom. This fire extinguisher has a fairly good range, so you can stand up to 5 meters away from the fire and point directly to it. It is recommended you have a basic fire extinguisher in your home in a handy location that everybody knows of, such as your pantry or under the sink. Basic use of your fire blanket, should you need to use it. All fire blankets have instructions on how to use on the front. There are handles on there, so as when you're putting the blanket over the fire, you won't burn your hands. And also how to wrap yourself, should you have that. There's an anchor point at the top of the fire blanket. It's important that that is a strong fixing. So to release the blanket, you have to pull hard on the red tabs, like so. The blanket will then come out of the pocket and is immediately ready for use. The recommended location to install your fire blanket is within arm's reach of the main cooking area. For example, your stovetop or barbecue.